People, what are we investing in, people? Yes, I love it. Don't you love it? Let's love, okay? Hey, so we went out to LA. It was beautiful. We met the Mr. Boyce Watkins. I tried to give him the book for free. And let me state this, man, because I've been to some black events, and I'd be giving the lecturers and the prominent black people my literature for free. The first thing that happens is, oh, brother, I am flabbergasted, brother. Brother, you have given me the anointing. That's right, the anointing, nigga. Because they feel like that because a nigga don't give them shit. Yes, all of them. They come over with the Gibbs mug. I need some. That's everybody. You come at the lecturer with, well, brother, you do know about Africa. You do know. You do know that we are the special. You do know that we are the sacred. Nigga, this is the first time I've ever seen you in my life. You don't know what I know, and I don't agree to your hot link lip philosophy, the grease dribbles here, okay? I don't agree. You see, everything that you thought you knew about the quote-unquote white races is all Negro lip garbage that stems from Elijah Muhammad. You see, the ignorance. We will have a video about the ignorance of the creation of a human. You're all ignorant. This is ignorant, heebie-jeebie bullshit talk about what happened a million years ago. Give me a fucking break. You talk about a million years ago and you couldn't name me 3 dinosaurs. Give me a fucking break. The Negro is stupendous, isn't he? Oh, you know he was made. You know the white man was made in the Caucasus. You don't know shit. You have nothing guaranteed, confirmed. You can't show me the literals of the grafting system, nor can you show me the literals of the laboratory. Now, we're going to go in on this subject later. I'm sorry, I got a little bit drifted away from the subject matter. The glorious Dr. Boyce Watkins was there. I gave him the material for free. Know that. As a wise, respectful man, he immediately took out his money and gave it to me quickly. I told him to come to the table. He didn't have the time. Obviously, he has priorities to do. So I didn't get to interact because when I interact, it's serious. Everything I do is serious. So I'm going to get your full attention and we will communicate. This will not be the walk on by. We are not going to do the Isaac Hayes walk on by. Not with the 720. 720 is elaborate. I like to explain. I like to intertwine. I like to get to the root of the issue. And that's why you have problems with Negroes. That's why there's a lot of problems with Negroes. Because Negroes don't want to get to the root of the issue because it stink. They have much stink and skeletons in the fucking closet and all types of bullshit and spider webs on the mind. You have spider webs on the mind. You think everybody's after you. You don't got shit nobody wants. Nobody wants your skin. Nobody wants your black and mild lungs. Nobody wants your Crown Royal gut. Nobody wants your McDonald's dollar menu intestine tract. Nobody wants none of your organs. Stop with the fucking shit. Okay? Yeah, some people show up dead with organs missing. That is very true. But we don't know who did it. So until you find somebody with a bladder hanging out of their mouth, shut the fuck up. You know? That's just the reality to it. You don't know what type of dimension you're in because you can't decipher the line in between reality and falsehood. And because you're inexperienced. Only the inexperienced, doesn't know how to decipher the line. You see, when you're experienced, there's a multitude of different scenarios that are trial and error. And if you fall down the error avenue, you deal with a lot of pain and a lot of hurt and a lot of finances being spent. So for those individuals who've been through these scenarios repetitively, our minds have been designed in a way to be preventative of bullshit. You see, a lot of people aren't preventative of the bullshit. And that's where I come into conflict with a lot of individuals. So besides that, we went to the event. We sold some books, okay? I sold a lot more Black Man Bible than Kicked Out of Heaven Volume 2. And that's another thing. Let me state that. The Negro, he looks at the Kicked Out of Heaven. He says, well, you do know the white man. Why you looking up in that white man history? Niggas get mad. The nigga is an idiot, okay? Oh, brother, this is too much information. I can't. You're inferior. As soon as you say that something is too much information, or what I need to know this for, or I ain't got time to be reading no books, you have proven yourself to the ether to be an inferior. And you are inferior. And you need to be treated as an inferior. And that's all there is to it. Okay? And if you continue this talk by majority rule, your group and those you are aligned with will also be categorized as an inferior. This is ethereal law, okay? This is ethereal law, okay? And that's why I don't fuck around with all them scholars that y'all niggas be listening to. And that's why the majority of the black conscious movement have gotten nowhere in the areas of business, nor in their own personal lives and relationships. Because the individuals that they listen to are unsuccessful and don't have any progression. Okay, they don't have any product, they don't have no name in the reality realms. And they only have it in the falsehood because Negroes like falsehood and have accepted other falsehood, so the whole situation looks false. So now you got this, supposedly I've heard Pharaoh Allah is getting locked up because he has a parole violation. Well, why are you listening to a fucking parolee? If you're a parolee is a fucking loser. I mean, that's all there is to it. No offense to my real niggas. Y'all niggas know the deal. But if you got caught, you lost. And that's the bottom line fucking rule. Like Trump said, I don't like prisoners who get caught. I don't like soldiers who get caught. You got caught. You lost. Okay? That's the bottom fucking line. Get to the bottom line. You see, I don't want to get too loud because boy, I have to go to the house. I got to get rowdy with you niggas, man. Because it's real. And I don't want to talk like this is people face to face. You motherfuckers be so offended about your bullshit. People just walk away from me. You know, like the one woman walked over to me. You do know, brother. Don't tell me about what I know, nigga. I ain't never seen you in my fucking life. You do know we are the special Hebrew Israelite. I said, if anything, you're a Hebrew American for number one. For number two, can you speak Hebrew? Thank you. Shut the fuck up, please. It's that simple with me. You see, there's a simple line that doesn't need to be expounded upon in all types of difficult ways to try to verify or justify your excuse bullshit. It doesn't operate like that. It doesn't work like that. We're not going to work in said fashion. You see. And that's all there is to it. You see. So, my niggas need to stay real out here in the field. And that's all there is to it. But anyways, Dr. Boyce Watkins, we went out there, I met him, I gave him my material, you know. If he shouts me out, good. If he doesn't, then that's what destiny holds. But besides that, Kicked Out of Heaven Volume 2 is currently valued at $645. That is on Barnes & Nobles. You can check it out for yourself. You can go to bookfinder.com. You know, you can put in my ISBNs for any books, and you can see that the world is selling my material, and they sell it at a very high value. Now, for those who can't recognize value, I feel sorry for you. And people need to know what they're investing in when it comes to me. You're not necessarily investing directly in me. You're investing in Stargate Publishing. And Stargate Publishing, with hopes, will be on the stock market by the end of this year. If not, then definitely in 2018, within the first quarter or second quarter, it should be on the stock market, okay? That's my publishing company. Will be on the stock market. And then you can feel that, and then you can know that you have a piece of power, that you can know that you are a part of something powerful. Because for those who have given the donations, well, we'll call it an investment. The investments / donations that occurred over the weekend they assisted to get me to LA. Now, when I got to LA, you know, everything that I said I was going to do ended up happening. So, you know that when you invest and donate over here, that your dollars is going to real scenarios. Now, we also must conclude. I must also tell you about the Sagacity, because the Sagacity Music Group. Now, the Sagacity Music Group right now is only me. And there's other producers that have potential to be inside the same music group, but that will be all dependent upon their own investment. You see, this is called, you know, investing your soul, not free labor. You see, For those who want to work, as I just created myself to underneath a lot of different titles. You have to understand, with Kicked Out of Heaven, I made myself a historian. I made myself a medieval historian. I made myself a medical historian. I made myself a law historian. I made myself a historian in many different facets. I've definitely made myself, I've made myself a historian, a philosopher, and a lot of different other titles. Now it's time for you to gain the intelligence to make your own titles, because that's all this game is built on, is build your own titles. And guess what? I have enough products and I have enough things going on where a multitude of individuals can take this stuff and build their own careers off of it by pushing a product that's already proven by 100%. But see, it's proven by sales, and I'll tell you, because my investor, the first investor that I got, that is the homie, that's my nigga Leatherface. Whenever I say Leatherface, understand that's the investor, okay? The investor, Leatherface, is the homie, you see. But he runs a corporation. You see, he runs a business, a big body business that does over 6 figures, okay? So then he understands where I'm at, because that's the level of intellect I'm on. I can only be invested by corporations, obviously, because, big things can't be handled by small fries. And that's just what it is. So I'm telling you to adjust your soul position and how it's labeled in the ether, from being a small fry to being a big willy. You see what I'm saying? And you do that by alliance. So if you align with these fucking fools out here, which some of your lecturers don't even have driver's licenses. So I ain't even gonna put no names out here. But I know for fact that some of them niggas don't even have fucking driver's licenses, don't have cars, okay, are drug addicts, okay, and their women ain't got no dick in months, okay, and they complain about it. I'm not going to say no names, but just understand that is the position for some of your lecturers. And I could blow the whole scenario way out of proportion, but I'm not going to do that, because I'm a gentleman at the end of the day. You dig what I'm saying? And can't nobody in your fucking system slaughter or throw any axes my way. You dig what I'm saying? So anyways, the other investor that just contacted me today, who says they provide a lot of packages for authors, and they have authors, and they want to do all my press release kits, and they also want to sell my material at many different book fairs across the globe. But they want to meet me halfway in on the investment, and that's $450, and that's good. That's good. That's real good. They're talking about doing press releases and manufacturing my book. With them manufacturing it, they're going to be selling it, and we're going to be getting some gibsma back. Okay? Now, you have to understand that was done for just Volume 1. I had to tell them that I got Volume 2 and Volume 3 on the way. You see, and Volume 3 is on the way. So the more investment that one gets, inclusive from fans, don't call your things donations dealing with me. Call them investments, because that's exactly what's going on. Volume 3 could get pushed out the door a lot quicker, and I'm providing the mores to you. I'm providing a lot of secrets in the Volume 3. Now, and that was a company called ReadersMagnet.com. So you could go look them up. They contacted me and said they want to promote, and these are white people now. They want to sell the Kicked Out of Heaven, Volume 1. They love the book. They prioritized me as a high-level author and whatnot, and boom, boom, boom. And I don't even know if that was just trying to gas me, which I doubt, because of the material and the way it's formatted. Hands down, I just taught Harvard. I just taught Yale. I just taught Cambridge University, you see. And that's the thing here that my people aren't recognizing. So in reality, you were telling the ether that your intelligence is inferior. Okay? That's what you were telling the ether. I'm not saying, I'm just bringing that I'm bringing that recognition to your intelligence. Now, if you keep on fucking around with that line, like for instance, everybody's complaining about the white man, so I put the book out about the white man. Now everybody wants to neglect the information about the white man when you're complaining about him. You have just signed your death warrant in the ether, because you're not being real about what you want. If you're complaining about something, there is a double effect called solution, and if you're not gaining the solution, then you are in a hamster's wheel. And for those who are in the hamster's wheel, we want to move you to death and extinction. That's why you're in the cage. You understand? Because, I mean, there's a whole nother way you can look at, you know, the African slave trade thing and everything else when it comes to the mandate of intelligence, and for those who decide not to be intelligent, who have made the decision specifically that they want to be ignorant, assault other people, and not fit themselves in the guise of common courtesy. Okay? This is what the rules are. This is the ethereal law, and you have failed. The majority of you have failed at the ethereal law. You do not have it in your system, in your thinking dynamic, and none of that. Okay? And it was definitely shown with the events that have just occurred in the conscious community. You see? So, please understand, The Dragon is re-released. Okay? The Kicked Out of Heaven Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3 is re-released. High value. Volume 1 so far, to date, has been valued at $2,550, and now currently has 2 potential investors, both of them corporations and not individuals. Secondly, we have Volume 2, which has been valued at $860 in France, $645 here in America. Okay, and that book was only the book was signed up on St. Valentine's Day. Okay, my homie St. Valentine, who died on February 14th, 270. Figure that one out. Now, and then it was finally brought to the forefront this weekend, where it's expansive, and now the world is assisting the material and promoting it. So we will have to deal with some respect here. I want everybody to get inside the realms of respect and dealing with the fucking reality. The reality is I'm the only true real scholar out here. Now, I'm not saying that to be on no arrogant shit, but I'm saying if anybody else was the true scholar, they would have been able to compose some work, put it out, and have it valued by the planet as I have done. Okay, with several works, including my own life, and none of my books have been valued greater than my own life. Very mysterious. Please understand that January 4th, 2016, the name The God 720 was officially born by the Library of Congress and the Copyright Office. Okay? Please understand that June 16th, 2016, Tupac's birthday, Mary LaVue's death date, Mary LaVue, the voodoo priestess of New Orleans, she died on the same day Tupac was born, and my book was released on that same day. Please understand that that book's contract was signed on Adolf Hitler's birthday, and that is April 20th. And it was only released on June 16th. And I had no control, nor did I have any intention on either of these dates. Okay? Now, the Black Man's Bible, Real Nigga Etiquette. Everybody's still purchasing up the Black Man's Bible real heavy, and we're going to be pushing it real extremely heavy now from the things that I just seen recently. So, this company, Reader's Magnet, wants to invest, and I want you to invest, so we can take the investment and make the investment larger. Because what I'm doing is I own and I run Stargate Publishing, and there are many books coming. Books that will rewire your existence. I am a code keeper, I am a programmer, and I can bring people in between kingdoms, and I will release people in between dimensions. And that's what is being done. So if you want to deal with some reality here and understand how to operate all those type of avenues yourself, then you got to deal with the 720, because everybody else is lying to you, and everybody else is full of shit. And I'm sorry, that's just the rules. But I'm not going to talk about anybody else or what they're doing, because we need to stay focused on what's growing. They're all stagnant, and we have seen that. And that's also inclusive with the products he's put out. All of them. Okay? And one of the main reasons this company contacted me is because my sales have been consistent since it was released, and they were contacted by another company to have my stuff put on expert prioritized level. And that's without your universities. So, yeah, deal with some reality here. You know, maybe it's too hard for the brain, and I've noticed that too. Negroes say they got to take a break with my books. You understand? And I think that's ridiculous. Hey.
Do you smoke?